Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves baseball. StreamYard was acting up a little bit, so hopefully everything's straightened out now. We won't have no glitches while we do this game. We got on September 8th, 1961, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates traveling to Milwaukee to take on the Braves. So let's take a look at the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates starting lineup. Leading off playing center field is Bill Vernon. Batting second playing shortstop is Dick Groat. Batting third playing right field is Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth playing first base is Dick Stewart. Batting fifth playing third base is Don Hoke. Batting sixth playing left field is Bob Skinner. Batting seventh doing the catching is Hal Smith. Batting eighth is the second baseman Bill Mazeroski. And batting ninth doing the pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Bob Friend. Let's see the starting lineup for your hometown Milwaukee Braves. Leading off for the Braves playing right field is Lee May. Batting second playing shortstop Roy McMillan. Batting third playing third is Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth playing center field is Hank Aaron. Batting fifth playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth playing second base is Felix Montelia. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Milwaukee Braves is Bob Henley. It's the battle of the bombs. See which one will win this game. Let's go to Milwaukee and get started, folks. Got Bob Henley making his 10th start for the Braves. He's got a 2.91 ERA. He's got a 4-4 record. He's got one complete game. First batter he'll face is Bill Vernon, only batting .240 on the year with 8 home runs and 50 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bill. And as soon as I said only, he gets a base hit in the center field. Just like that, the Pirates got the first batter aboard here, folks, in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Dick Groat. And Groat's batting .236, 9 home runs, 47 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Groat. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Only play for Matthews is over the first. The runner will get down the second with 1 out. And that brings up Roberto Clemente. And here's the question. Leading the majors, National League and the majors with a .367 batting average, 19 home runs, 86 RBIs. I say you intentionally walk Mr. Clemente even in the first inning, and that's what they're going to do. So Clemente trots on down the first. Clemente is not going to beat the Braves today, folks. It's going to be Dick Stewart's job to do that. He's not batting bad. Batting .300, 32 home runs, and 96 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Stewart. Possible double play set up also. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Lee Mays out there today. He tracks it down. Is that going to be deep enough to get Vernon over the third? And it is, as I hit the button too quick. So we'll have to redo that. Sorry about that. Now let's get him back over here so we can get Vernon down the third. So now we got first and third with 2 outs though. And that'll bring up Don Hoke. Hoke is batting .268 on the year, 19 home runs. So we dropped the dice. And 66 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Don. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And he'll fire over to first. Matthews will, and that'll end the inning. So the Pirates leave 2 on. We get to the bottom of the first. Pirates nothing. May, McMillan, and Matthews do up here. The 3 M's. M and M do up here. See if Lee May can get stuff started. Bob Friend making his 32nd start of the year for the Pirates. He's got a 3.92 ERA. He's 12-10 on the year. It's 3 complete games. First batter he'll face is Lee May, batting .245, 15 home runs, 36 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Clemente's out there for the Pirates, makes the catch for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Roy McMillan up, only batting .208 on the year. 8 home runs, 51 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Nice job by Mac. He gets a board for the big boys. Here comes Eddie Matthews up now. Matthews having a darn good year for the Braves. Batting .306, 33 home runs, 108 RBIs. Here's the 1-out pitch to Matthews. And that is popped up in the foul territory. Smith makes the catch near the dugout for out number 2. So it's up to Henry Hank Aaron to do something with McMillan down at first. And Hank's batting .298. Love to get that batting average up over 300. 29 home runs, 102 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Clemente makes the first out of the inning, and he makes the second out. And the Braves strand one as we get to the top of the second. We got Skinner, Smith, and Mazeroski due up here for the Pirates. Bob Skinner's batting .296, 3 home runs, 33 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Henley's first strikeout of the game, folks. And that'll bring up Hal Smith. And he's batting .220, 3 home runs, 18 RBI. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third baseline. Matthews out in left field makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Mr. Bill Mazeroski. He's been sleepwalking through this season since he hit that dramatic home run against the Yankees in 1960. He's only batting .214 on the year, folks. 5 home runs, 37 RBIs. He might not be sleepwalking. He just might still be in a stupor with the drinking and still celebrating. And that's going to be a ground ball down Felix the Cat over to first. And the Pirates go 1, 2, 3. We make our way to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Hancock, Thomas, and Torrey due up for the Braves. Joe having a nice year, batting .278, 32 home runs, 103 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field for Hancock. So again, Braves get a runner down at first. Can they bring him across this inning, folks? Brings up Frank Thomas. Since he's come over to the Braves, batting .273, 26 home runs, 78 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's not what they was looking for. That's a tailor-made double play. That ball is hit down to Mazeroski. It doesn't affect his fielding, I guess, being in the stupor. Over to Grote. Over to Stewart. That's a 4-6-3 double play. Now there's 2 outs with nobody on for Joe Torre. Torrey's not having a good year at all for the Braves. Got off to a good start and has faded quickly. And the rest of the season's been a struggle. Batting .242, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs. And that's going to be a lazy ground ball down the short. Grote's up with it, takes his time, fires over the first, and the Braves go down. Still no score. We got Friend back to the top of the order after that with Vernon and Grote. Bob's batting a .164 with 4 RBIs on the year. It's the Bob and Bob show. Who's going to win the battle here? And it's going to be Friend. He drives that ball in the center field for a base hit because we don't need no stinking DH. So a leadoff single by the pitcher brings up Bill Vernon. Vernon singled his first time up. Here's the pitch from Henley. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. Big strikeout for Henley. One out now. And now with Grote and Friend on the pads, Braves are looking for a ground ball. Not much speed from these two. Could get a double play. And that's not going to happen because that ball is driven in the right field. And that's going to be a double. Friend will stop down at third. So we got second and third and one out. And that'll bring up Clemente, and it's a no-brainer here. We're going to walk the bases loaded. Set up the double play for Dick Stewart. Clemente is not going to beat the Braves today. Stewart flied out the right field his first time up. Here's the pitch to Stewart. And that's going to be a line drive down the short. And Mac's going to tag out Grote for the double play, folks. It pays off to walk Clemente. Line drive double play. What a play by McMillan. Dick Stewart. Now we got Montelia, Henley, and May due up here for the Braves. It was a nice play to get out of that mess with nobody scoring. Let's see, Felix is batting a .163 with 10 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Bob Friend's first strikeout of the game. One down here in the third. That'll bring up Bob Henley. And Bob is only batting .048. He's 1 for 21 this year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Friend. He's finding his groove here in the third. We're back to the top of the order in Lee May. And May, he flew out to right his first time up. And he's going to give center field a try, but Bill Vernon makes the catch. The Pirates got a heck of a good outfield out there, folks. So the Braves go down in order. It's 1, 2, 3. Don Hoke's up the bat now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the third. Hey, Bernie, check out Bernie Strom Sports Replays channels, folks, doing the 1914 Red Sox. And here's the pitch to Don Hoke. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews. Easy play. He fires across the diamond for out number one. That'll bring up Mr. Skinner, the Mule Skinner. He struck out his first time up against Henley. And that's going to be another strikeout. Nice job by Henley. He's got Skinner's number today so far. That brings up Hal Smith, batting .219. He popped up the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Montelia at second. And the Pirates go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. We got McMillan, Matthews, and Aaron due up. Damn, that is crazy, Bernie. Bernie says Maris hit 72 home runs. Man. In his 1967 replay, Yaz has hit 71. And the race is on, man. How many games, Bernie? Hey, 007. Yeah, let's see how many games Bernie's played in this. Crazy. Doing well, 007. And yourself? All the season's done? Gotcha. Sure. Man. Sure, that is crazy. That is crazy. The race was on for 70 home runs, and 2 of them got it. Oh, I'm glad you are. I knew you said you had the flu. Yeah. Alrighty, we got Mac up here. He singled his first time up. Let's see if he can get on base again for the big boys. And that's going to be in 61, the American League played 162 games, and the National League played 154. 007. because the National League had 2 less teams. I remember that. I didn't know Maris had 72 that year, though. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy, I say. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. No, back to the mound, rather. Friends got it. He fires over to first for out number 1. That brings up Mr. Eddie Matthews. See if Eddie can get something started here in the 4th inning. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's the first walk given up by Bob Friend. So Matthews is aboard here with 1 out. And we got Henry Hank Aaron up. He flew out to Clemente his first time up. And not this time, folks. That's going to be a single over first. With Matthews' speed, he'll end up down at third easily. So we got first and third. 1 out here. And on the 2-0 pitch, Aaron's off and running, folks. He's headed down the second. Here's the throw from Hal Smith. It's called strike 1. And Aaron's going to make it in there safely with a stolen base. So now a 2-1 count to Joe Adcock. He singled his last time up. And the Pirates are going to play the infield in, try to cut the run off here with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Adcock. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is hit out in the trees in center field. And the Braves take a 3-0 lead here, folks. How about that? Joe Adcock hits number 33 on the year and gets RBIs 104, 5, and 6. Bernie just put the link to that video in the chat, guys, if you want to check it out. We got Frank Thomas up now with only 1 out here. Frank hit into a double play. Joe Adcock made sure he couldn't do that this time. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Friend settles down after the home run. Gets his 3rd strikeout. Brings up Joe Torre now with 2 outs and nobody on. He grounded out to Grote his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the damage was done, folks. A 3-run homer by Joe Adcock. Braves take a 3-0 lead as we go to the 5th inning. Mazeroski, Friend, and Vernon due up here. Maz is 0 for 1, grounded out to second. And Tim D's in the house, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to McMillan. Max up with it. Fires over to Adcock for out number 1. Here's Bob Friend, who says you don't need no stinking DH. He got a single his last at bat. And that's going to be a swing and a miss this time. Henley says not twice in a row on me. And that'll bring up Mr. Bill Vernon. And he is 1 for 2, singled and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball. Max got it. Takes his time. Fires over to first. Pirates go down 1, 2, 3. Here we go to the 5th. Bottom of the 5th and the bottom of the order. Montelia, Henley, and May. What can the cat do this time? He struck out his first time out. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Hal Smith's got it for out number 1. That brings up Bob Henley. Can Bob get a base hit like his counterpart here? He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Bill Vernon comes in on it, makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Lee May to keep this 5th inning going here. Yeah, like I say, a lot of these pitchers back in the 60s could still bat, Tim D. I guess that's because probably the minor leagues hadn't went to DHs yet, so they're still learning how to hit, and college probably didn't have the DH yet. So like I say, it wasn't like they got out of high school and stopped hitting. So that makes a big difference. Like I say, there's a lot of decent hitting pitchers in the 60s. Like I say, that all stopped, I guess, probably in the late 60s when they started talking DH. Yep. Here's Lee May. He's 0 for 2, flown out to center and to right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is the inning, folks. The Braves go down in order. And we go to the top of the 6th. We got Grote, Clemente, and Stewart due up. Dick is 1 for 2 with a double. It's last time up. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. And McMillan calls for it, makes the catch for out number 2. Here comes Clemente. The Braves have yet to pitch to him today. They've intentionally walked him twice, but with nobody on in a 3-run lead, they are going to pitch to him this time. Here's the pitch to Clemente. And no, they're not going to pitch to him. Bob Henley pitches around him the long way and walks him. So Clemente's on base all 3 times. Here comes Dick Stewart up now. Dick's 0 for 2. He's flown out and hit into that line drive double play in the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. And it always finds you. That's going to be an E4 on Felix. And we're going to have 1st and 2nd now with 1 out. So the Cat bounces that one around. We go to Don Hoke. Legend Sports Universe is in the house, folks. Check out his channel. He just did a Boston Cleveland playoff game in franchise All-Stars. Check that out. Says he may do a game 3 of the National League later today, so be looking out for that. Can the Braves get a double play ball here out of Don Hoke? He's grounded out the 3rd twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big 5th strikeout for Henley. And that'll get us to Dick Skinner, or Bob Skinner rather. Bob's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Can Henley get the hat trick? And no, he can't. Skinner squares this one up, folks. And he drives that ball into left field. And that's going to score Clemente. And can Stewart score with 2 outs here, folks? And here comes the throw from Frank Thomas. And Joe Torre puts the tag on him, and he's out of there, folks. But 1 run scores. It's a 3-1 game. Nice play by Thomas out there. Throw Stewart out. And it's 3-1 Braves. We got McMillan, Matthews, and Aaron due up. Mac is 1 for 2, singled and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Mazeroski. He fires it over to Stewart for out number 1. Here comes Matthews. And Eddie's 0 for 1. He did walk and came around the scores last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He makes a wide turnaround first, but Clemente gets to it quickly. And Matthews will hold with a single. And here comes Mr. Hank Aaron. He singled his last time up, stole a base, and came around the score on the Joe Adcock 3-run homer. Here's the pitch to Henry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Can they go around the horn with it, folks? Over to Mazeroski, over to Stewart, and that'll end the inning. That's a 5-4-3 double play. We go to the top of the 7th. The Braves with a 3-1 lead. You got Smith, Mazeroski, and Friend due up. All depends on if anybody gets on whether we'll pitch hit for Friend. Smith's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. And Mr. Felix, the Cat's going to make the catch out in shallow right field. for out number 1. Mazeroski up now. Maz is 0 for 2, grounded out the second and the short. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way with it, folks. He makes a wide turn, but Lee May gets it in quickly. And Maz will stop at first, and they are going to pitch hit here for Friend now that they got somebody on. See who they're going to go to off the bench here. Most of the righties are in the game. I think they're going to go to Joe Christopher. He's going to come off the bench here with 1 out and 1 on. So Joe on the year's batting .262, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Christopher. And that's what the Braves were looking for, folks. That's a ground ball down the short. Taylor made double play over the second. Over the first, 6-4-3. So the Braves return the favor and get out of there. Nobody scoring. What just happened there? Let's redo that. That didn't happen like that. Okay, let's try this again. And a 6-4-3 double play. And now we'll see who's going to come in the pitch here. Got a bunch of righties due up for the Braves. Alrighty, let's see here. Who does the Pirates have ready in the bullpen? Since they got the big call up in September here. See who they got. With all these righties coming up. And they got a lot of lefties in the bullpen since the call up. They got 4 righties. I think they're going to go with Clem. Old Clem's going to come in the game. Try to keep this a 2-run game. He'll be facing Adcock, Thomas, and Torrey here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Braves leading 3-1. And Clem LeBain is 34th game of the year. Got a 3.86 ERA. He's 6-2. He's got 2 saves on the year. Joe Adcock with a perfect game, 2 for 2 with a 3-run homer. Let's see what he does off of Clem here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Skinner's got a beat on it for out number 1. And that'll bring up Frank Thomas now. See if Frank can get something going. He's 0 for 2, hit into a double play and struck out. And that's going to be a pop up down the left field line. Don goes out after it and makes the catch for out number 2. And now we got Joe Torre up. See if Joe can get something going. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Joe Torre with a 2-out hit. And that'll bring up the cat, Felix Montelia, with a runner down at first and 2 outs. He struck out and popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a 2-ball, no strike count on Felix. Can he take advantage of this batter's count? And he walks the hard way in APBA on 2 base rolls. And now we got first and second with 2 outs. I think that's going to be it for Henley. Braves are going to try to tack some more runs on here. See who they're going to bring off the bench here. Probably going to be Al Spangler. It's either going to be Spangler or it's going to be Mac the Knife Jones. And it's going to be Al Spangler. Spangler's going to come off the bench. Try to get the Braves a little more wiggle room. They're up by 2. And Al's batting .338 on the year, folks, with no home runs and 11 RBIs. Can he at least get number 12 here? Here's the pitch from Clem. And no, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Grote takes the short way over to second to Mazeroski, and that'll end the threat, folks. The Braves leave 2. We go to the top of the 8th. It's a 3-1 ball game. Don's going to come in here now, try to get a 2-out save. I think he's going for his 34th or 35th save of the year. He's going for his 34th save of the year, I believe. Yeah, Don making his 45th appearance. He's got a 2.08 ERA. He's 1-4 with 33 saves on the year. Can he get number 34? He's got the top of the order due up here in the 8th. Vernon, Grote, and Clemente. Here's the pitch to Vernon. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Felix. He makes the nice play. Fires over the first for out number 1. And that'll bring up the Grote. Dick Grote. He's 1 for 3 with a double today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie Matthews. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And that brings up Clemente. And if you're a Braves fan, this is how you want to see him up with 2 outs and nobody on. Clemente's walked 3 times. We walked him intentionally, and then Bob Henley pitched around him the other time. And that's no wonder, because old Clemente squares this one up, folks. And that ball is driven in the left field. It's rolling around out there, and he's on his way down there for a triple, folks. So Clemente gets 1 chance to hit the ball today and comes through. He's standing down at third with 2 outs. That brings a tying run to the plate, and Dick Grote, he's 0 for 3. He's flown out, hit the ball hard down the short into a line drive double play, and reached on an error. And that's going to be a single over second, and that's going to score Clemente, and it's a 1-run ball game, folks. Just like that. And now we got Don Hoke up, the runner down at first. Tying run on the bases. Winning run at the go-ahead run at the plate. Hoke is 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. McMillan's got it. Tosses over to the cat. That'll end the inning, but the Pirates score 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2 Milwaukee. Top of the order due up here for the Braves. May, McMillan, and Matthews, the 3 M's. See if they can get something started here. Lee's 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a pop up down the left field line. Easy play for Don Hook. Out number 1. Here comes McMillan up now. Mac's been on base today. He singled, grounded out twice. Can he single again here, folks, and get on for the big boys? And no, but that's a base on balls. He'll take it. So Mac's down at first. Here comes Matthews and Aaron. And are they going to let Clem pitch to Matthews? That is the question with all the lefties they got in the bullpen. I think Bobby Schultz is going to come out of the pen to pitch to Matthews. Got all those arms out there. You might as well use them. Schultz may only pitch to Matthews here. They might go right back to the right-hander with Matthews because you got Aaron and Adcock and Frank Thomas all due up next. Bunch of righties. So Schultz, he might only be in here for one batter, folks. Eddie Matthews is 1 for 2. He walked, came around the score, singled his last time up. And that ball is high, that ball is far, that ball is going. So that didn't work out for the Pirates, bringing the lefty in. Matthews says, thank you kindly. And it is a 5-2 ball game, folks. And that will be it for Schultz. Doesn't get a job done. So Schultz is out of there. See who the Pirates will bring in now. With 1 out and nobody on for all these righties coming up. And it looks like it's going to be Larry Foss is going to come in to pitch to these righties. Well, Larry, this will be his first appearance for the Pirates this year. He'll be facing Aaron and Joe Adcock at least. So Henry is 1 for 3, came around the score and has a stolen base. 9 and that's what, 08, ain't it? 007. Aaron has 9 home runs. Here's the pitch to Henry Hank Aaron, and that's going to be a ground ball down the groat. That'll be out number 2. That brings up Joe Adcock now. And Joe, he's homered in this game, folks. He's 2 for 3. He singled and homered. Blew out the left his last time up. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. And Mr. Don Hoke makes the catch near the third base line for out number 3. But the Braves get 2 big insurance runs and lead this game 5-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. You got Skinner, Smith, and Mazeroski due up here for the Pirates. Skinner is 1 for 3 with a RBI double his last time up. And that's not what you want. That's a base on balls with a 3-run lead here. Gonna make them earn it. Brings up Hal Smith. And they're probably going to pitch hit for him. I think Smokey's going to come off the bench. And he is. Smokey Burgess going to come off the bench here. And bat for Hal. And stay in the game to catch. Smokey's right at the top. If this game keeps going. Smokey on the year is batting .310, 12 home runs, 54 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that ball is popped up the chute. No, it's not. Old Don's got that big W. That's another base on balls. All of a sudden, he can't find the plate, folks. And now brings the tying run to the plate. And Bill Mazeroski. Nobody out here in the bottom of the top of the ninth. Mazeroski's 1 for 3. He's grounded out twice and singled the last time up. And that's going to be a infield hit, folks. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Foss. See who's going to come off the bench here. As Don has gotten himself in a heck of a jam here. That might be Walter the Moose Moreau coming off the bench, either him or Rocky Nelson. And I think it's going to be Moreau. The Moose is coming off the bench here, the lefty. The Braves will be playing back for a double play. And there's Walt. Walt's only hitting a .03. He's got only 1 RBI on the year, like I say. Braves are looking to turn 2. They'll give up a run for 2 outs here, folks. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field with the bases juiced. Skinner, not great speed out there. But he will tag up and score, and Smokey's going to join him. So runners on second and third tag up. And we got first and third now. It's a 5-3 ball game with 1 out here. Got Mazeroski down at first. Smokey down at third. Bill Vernon at the plate. Vernon's 1 for 4. He singled, struck out, and grounded out the short and the second. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And Smokey's going to hold up there. He's not going to take the chance after Frank's already thrown 1 guy out today. So that's the second out of the inning. So it's all up to Dick Grote. 5-3 ball game. He's 1 for 4. He's doubled in this game. Here's the pitch from Don. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Lee May. He comes in a few steps, makes the catch. And the Braves hang on to win this game. How big was that 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, folks? Excuse me while I take a drink here. Eddie Matthews' 2-run homer made the difference in this game. Pirates out hit the Braves 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Braves 5 runs on 7 hits and an error. Old Clemente goes 1 for 1 with a big triple. Came around to score twice. The Braves just didn't let him do anything at the bat. You had the Pirates going 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 men on base, though. And the Braves, Eddie Matthews had a nice game going 2 for 3 with that 2-run homer. The Braves were only 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They came through when they had to. Only left 3 men on base. Bob Friend, he drops to 12 and 11. Goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 5, and gave up the 1 home run. And Clem Lambine came in, pitched an inning in the 3rd, gave up a hit and a run, walked 2. Schultze comes in, gives up that 2-run shot, doesn't get a soul out, gives up a hit and a run, And Foss comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gets the job done, but it was too little too late. Bob Henley picks up his 5th win of the year, goes to 5-4. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, unearned at that. Walked 3, struck out 5. McMahon comes in, gets his 34th save, but it wasn't pretty, folks. 3 hits, 2 runs, and walked 2. Was not a pretty save. Oh, thank you, Tim. So let's take a look here at the National League. What games we got? We got the Phillies going up to Chicago to play the Cubbies. And the Phillies beat up on the Cubbies. 8 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Cubs 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. After leaving Milwaukee, the Phillies come alive. Now you got the Cardinals traveling up to Ohio to take on the Cincinnati Reds. Reds have got to win, folks. They're slipping away. You got Jim O'Toole on the mound for them. And they went a wild one, folks. See what the star is. Veda Pinson, 6 RBIs, folks. 14 runs, 16 hits, and an error for the Cardinals. And you think that would win the game, but no. The Reds, 16 runs, 17 hits, and 3 errors. Let's see a box score of this crazy game. The Reds scored 10 runs in the 8th inning to win this game, folks. Ain't that something? Geez, you Pete's. 5 runs in the 2nd. 2 big innings. Let's take a look at that scorecard. That's got to be a mess in the 8th. What a messy scorecard that's got to be. Look at that. Sure. 1, 2. How many came to the plate twice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters came to the plate twice. You had, let's scan over here. Lynch and Gene Freeze had the distinction of making an out, but at least they got 2 at bats to do it in. That's crazy, folks. Let's see here. 1. Sorry, all 9 batters got the. Yeah, all 9 batters got to the plate. Yeah, exactly, Big Cliff. They need to keep winning and get back in this race. That's for sure. Let's see here. The Dodgers now travel up the coast to San Francisco. They've been doing a number on the Giants. Can they do it in San Francisco and help the Braves out? They took 2 out of 3, I think, from San Francisco and LA. See what happens here. You got Johnny Padres against Mike McCormick. And the Dodgers help the Braves out here, folks. And no, the Giants win a close one. Let's see what the star here is. The Dodgers 4 errors. Let's check that out and see if that was a costly 4 errors. How many unearned runs there was to lose this game 8-7. Got the Dodgers 7 runs on 18 hits and 4 errors. The Giants 8 runs on 16 hits and no errors. The Dodgers, middle of that lineup, Howard, Hodge, and Davis did a number. Spencer with a home run. Look at all them doubles. Howard, Hodges, Spencer, Sherry. Old Johnny Padres with the double. Crazy. Crazy. 3 for 13, left 10 men on base. Still scored all them runs. Top of the order and the bottom of the order did the job for the Giants. Giants were 6 for 15. Left 10 men on base. The Dodgers only gave up 5 earned runs. They had 3 unearned runs of their own. And the Giants, all 7 runs was earned. So the errors definitely hurt the Dodgers. Definitely hurt the Dodgers. So the Giants keep pace with the Braves. Let's check out the standings. The Braves have won 6 in a row, 8 out of their last 10. The Giants are 6 games back. The Reds are 11.5 games back. Cardinals are 18. Cubbies 19.5 games back. Dodgers 20.5 games back. Pirates are 23 games back, and the poor Phils are been eliminated. They're 37.5 games back. Let's see if the Pirates are still officially in the race here. No, the Pirates have been eliminated with 23 games back. Let's see if the Dodgers have been. And the Dodgers have been eliminated 20.5 games back. So the Cubbies' magic number is 1. Cardinals is like 2. Be eliminated. Take a look at the leaderboard here. Clemente went 1 for 1, so he increased his batting average to 368 against the Braves. Cepeda is leading the National League with 35 home runs and 120 RBIs. You got Matthews tied with second now with Mays. Joe Adcock right behind him, along with Frank Robinson with 33. Dick Stewart with 32 and Gene Freese with 31. So the race for the home run champ in the National League is definitely on. Not over by a long ways. Warren Spahn leading the league with a 2.41 ERA. You got Lou Burdett and Johnny J with 17 wins in the National League. And Don just picked up his 34th save. It wasn't a pretty 34th, but he picks it up. Cepeda's leading in the MVP voting. And Sweet Lou Burdett's leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Big Clue for stopping by, 007. Check out his great channel doing that Inside Pitch 2008 replay, folks. Check it out. Legend Sports Universe was in the house. Check out his great channel. Tim D. Bernard Strong. Check out his great channel. Like I say, doing the 1914 Boston Red Sox replay. Cleveland baseball fan, didn't see him sneak in. Check out Tim's great channel. He's been doing the 2007 playoffs with Stratomatic. Cleveland baseball fan 879. And I believe that's everybody. I want to thank y'all for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. On your way out of Milwaukee, hit that bell for reminders. Leave a like and leave a comment, folks. Until next time, y'all have a great afternoon and take care.